So in this video I'm going to show you how to look at interesting descriptive statistics for data that is nominal or possibly ordinal. So when you have categorical data like the hair colour data that we have here, the mean and the standard deviation, they're not very informative, and all you really want to be able to do is to look at the frequency of different categories. So how many people have got brown hair or blonde hair. So to do that, get your data up that you want to look at, we go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and then we go to Frequencies. So you can see that I've already put the variable that I'm interested in over in the variable box, so it started off on the left and I've shunted it over to the right. I bring up Statistics. Now these kind of measures of the dispersion of the range of the data aren't very informative for data that's nominal because it doesn't really mean anything. So I gave, brown hair was 1 and blonde hair was 2, and the average, for example, hair colour came out as 1.5, but of course that doesn't mean anything. What does tell us something is the most frequent data point, so the mode. So that's all I've selected here. And then if we look at charts, we're going to have a bar chart. So you can either have the raw frequencies, so how many people, or the percentage, so what percentage of people. So let's look at the percentages. So then we click OK, and SPSS will chug away. And there it is down the bottom. So I'm going to minimize the earlier stuff I did with class demographics so that just the frequencies for the hair colour are showing, and I'll give it a title. There we go. So it gives me a little table which is very neat. So it tells me how many people have brown, blonde, red, black and other coloured hair, what percentage of the data that makes up. So about 60% of people have brown hair, 30% blonde, and then 3%. So this is one person. So remember that a percentage is only really as informative as the number of data points that it's out of. So one person has got red hair, and that's 3%. So in this case, it's actually probably more informative to look at the raw scores. If I had 150 people, then a percentage might be more interesting. But best for us, we come down to the graph. So I'm going to double click on the graph, and I can just edit this text so that it's a bit neater. Hair colour, there we go. Percent there, and you can see it's got brown, blonde, red, black, other, and then it's got the percentage of people. And I could edit the title as well. Whoops. If it will let me. There we go. So, something like, I don't know, percentage of students with particular hair colour. There we go. So that's a nice graph that I could then use in a write-up of this data. So I'll just close it, and there it is.